There's beauty in imperfection, is there not?
No, if it was anyone else with this foolishness, I'd have stopped laughing already. But since it's you, we're cool. We'll let it slide. Okay. For my audience who may not know you, please state your full name and what you do for a living.
Why, thank you. Thank you for having me. My name is Syya, Yasso Tornrat. No, it's not. Yes, I said that. Yasso Tornrat. And I'm the founder of Brilliant Beam Media. And we are a marketing agency for B2B social media management. We actually are, though, and it's something that I'm having fun saying, is we ultimately save businesses, marketing agencies time. So for those that don't want to create content, long form content like a podcast, or they don't want to take the time to make the shorts, or they don't want to take the massive amount of time to do social media management engagement, we do that for them.
Fantastic. Two things. Go and jump in the comments real quick. Raquel Flores is here. She taught me how to roll my R's, by the way. Thank you, Raquel.
Raquel.
Raquel. Because, with my last name, I should be able to roll my R's. So thank you, Raquel, for teaching me that. Second thing, last time you were on this show was over a year ago. And behind you, can I see a YouTube creator plaque? That's new to me, right?
That is new.
Fantastic. And congratulations. What did you get to get the plaque?
That's 100,000 subscribers. Full disclosure, it wasn't the Syya channel that got there. Actually, it's one of our clients. We helped them get to 100,000. So
you made it happen there, right? You helped it happen.
So if you're wondering what the hell does Brilliant Beam Media and Raquel and the team do all day, it's basically we help creators get to their goals too.
Cool. I should maybe hire you guys at some point.
And only Syya on LinkedIn for now, until someone else with my name comes on.
I mean, your name is not particularly common, though, is it?
Dude, two other Syas, the Chandelier Singer and this beautiful woman that worked at my old client, Erickson, named her daughter Syya. Apparently, it's a popular Indian name. I did not know that.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Would you like a serious question or a daft question?
Honey, you know I cannot be serious. But you know what? Because I'm saying yes to everything, ask me a serious question, sir.
Okay. What is the hardest thing about audio video production?
Getting the equipment to freaking work. Can we talk about that? Let's talk about it. So you would think this type of technology should be nailed down by now, right? And I'm not an audio video person. I did not go to school for it. But just like any technology, one would think that over the last 50, 60 years, they would actually get it together, right? As far as like making things compatible, making sure that, hey, if there is electric, interference, is there, maybe we add more, what's that called? Like cushioning, what's that called? Like insulation, right?
Yeah.
So there's just no like crackle-lackling happening, right?
Yep.
You would think with all these platforms that we have that there'd be some level of consistency to say, hey, if I've got my Rodecaster switched to the default, shouldn't it be default every platform you go to, whether it's Zoom, StreamYard, Restream, Riverside, etc.? No, you have to always check the settings. What a pain in the wazoo that is. And for those that are not technically inclined, it's probably overwhelming and intimidating. And so, yeah, it can be difficult for those that are not inclined or very phobic against all this machinery and equipment and hardware. And for those that are gadget heads, it's like their dream, right? So.
Cool. I'm not going to lie. I was listening, like pain in the wazoo. I heard that part. But I'm distracted by the comments. Brilliant Beam Media. Well, hello. Brilliant.
I got the team in the house. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
The Influencers Connection Corner. We've missed you too.
Aww.
That's nice. It's nice to be missed. Okay, so again, your pet peeve is why does it not work the way it's supposed to work?
Yeah, I do think. Yes. So some of these equipment should be plug and play, but sometimes they're not. And then there's subtle nuances. Like we just did a sound check, right? And we were having issues. So your microphone, for example, was crack-a-lacking a little bit, right? So I was like, ooh, you're clipping. What's going on? And to find that troubleshooting is very similar to technology, right? Because sometimes it's not so straightforward. And so we were playing with the volume settings, turn down the gain, you know, all that. And it sometimes ultimately it's not a software issue, it's a hardware issue. And so the last final thing that I was going to suggest to you is like check your cable. There might be something wrong with your cable. Oh, I love my clients showing up to support me. Thanks, guys.
Oh, thanks, Sya's clients. Yeah. Brilliant B Media. Awesome.
Dude, you're number 2 of 8 programs going out by Brilliant B Media. Well, I'm a guest on your show, but yeah, that Brilliant B Media is
involved with Brilliant B Media. Yeah. Okay. Wow. I'm
Isn't that
flattered and
crazy?
honored.
This week.
I mean it. That's incredible.
One week it was 11.
That's a lot.
I was like, oh my God. How do you promote 11 people and still love them equally? You know what I mean?
You don't. You always have a favorite. Which one's your favorite?
Well, Flamonga Monthrothra Q, of course. I mean, come on. Duh.
Nice. Say the one when you're on that show. That makes sense. That's good. Okay. Let me think.
I mean, I've had 20 plus years in sales. I know how to, like, you know.
Oh, your game
butter the biscuit, sir. I know how to butter the biscuit.
Biscuit or cookie?
So I'm American, sir. Okay, biscuit makes more sense. Buttering a cookie does not make sense.
And buttering a biscuit makes no sense here. So
exactly.
Wait, I've asked you my biscuit question before, haven't I? But can I ask you again?
What is it?
I'll translate for you. If you were a cookie, what kind of cookie would you be that accurately portrays your personality and why, but don't just pick your favorite cookie?
Oh. Ugh. I'm not a cookie person. I'm a brownie person. So
me neither.
My answer would be, okay, I'll go with the cookie. But it is my favorite cookie, but I'll tell you why. It's a snickerdoodle.
Yep.
It's a sugar cookie. It's nothing more basic than a sugar cookie. However, adding a little cinnamon, a little spicy spice. So yeah, I am probably pretty mellow and vanilla in a lot of different ways, but you got to add a little spicy spice to make things exciting. So that's the Syya cookies, snickerdoodle.
I like to think I know you pretty well. I don't think anyone would ever describe you as vanilla. in the slightest, like.
Okay, when I say vanilla, I'm talking about maybe I'm vanilla in the context of I'm basic, of my expectations of life. Like if things go bad, you just kind of roll with it. You kind of I'm very vanilla when it comes to like, meh. Like there's nothing so horrible in life that I don't think we can't overcome. So I'm very basic in the context of like, I'm basic. I dress basic, dude. Like I dressed up for you.
Thank you. I appreciate
As in I put on a second shirt.
I didn't dress up for you. I'm just wearing a t-shirt that I've been wearing all day. So apologies.
It's okay.
I'm going to ask you 2 more icebreakery type dating profile questions, and then we'll go to the serious questions if that's cool.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Next one. If you could eat any meat for the rest of your life, forsaking all others, what meat are you choosing? This is when you're veggie, right?
I'm not vegetarian by any. No. I mean, oh man, when you think about like meat and what you can consume and your favorite, like I'm torn because I love bacon. I love pork because there's a lot of great Asian dishes with pork.
Yeah.
But I do love me some like steak. I do love me beef. But then like beef gets a little heavy. So then I was like, oh man, nothing beats a really delicious salmon that you could just have fun. But then I love sea bass too. And then now I'm like, oh, I'm a carnivore. So the answer is I like meat. I like meat, all of them.
Yep.
That's like tough, dude. Oh, you're oh man. I think if I have to pick, I have to pick beef because I like steak tartare. I like barbecue. I like a regular steak. I like my burger. I like meatloaf. Like, yeah.
So beef.
An American beef, if I want to be very specific.
What about Wagyu?
So I don't think I've ever had a proper Wagyu. So there is Wagyu that's served here in America, but it has to be like, I don't know if the Japanese have relaxed the rule, but they don't export the Wagyu like of the proper like Wagyu. Like
A5.
we have. I mean, like Vegas will say they have A5 and all that stuff, but if they do export it now, this is like 20-year-old information. My understanding is there are cows that they ship the cow, but the actual like processed meat itself, if you want Japanese Wagyu, you must go to Japan for the real stuff. The stuff here in America and anywhere else in the world, I'd venture to guess. Call me out, chefs out there. They have strains like Canada, I believe, had a real good strain of the Japanese beef meat or the cows. I mean,
Yep.
But it's not truly Japanese. So I've had great Wagyu, yeah, sure, but yeah, I mean, but I don't think I've ever had the Japanese.
No, me neither. I've never been to Japan. So
I have been to Tokyo Airport for a layover. That's it.
Yep. Okay, next silly question. This one's a bit more risque. So are you and your audience ready for it? Can you handle it?
I can handle it.
Popeye, SpongeBob, Bugs Bunny. Shag, marry, kill.
Ooh. Oh shoot. Oh. Okay. Look at my hand. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. Wait. Popeye, Bugs Bunny.
SpongeBob.
Okay, kill SpongeBob. SpongeBob was after me. I never connected with him.
Yeah.
And I don't know. The cynical person in me is like, why are we celebrating mutated animals being from the Bikini Bottom like atoll, which was nuked like crazy by the U.S. government? So no. So I'd kill SpongeBob. I would marry Bugs. No, wait. What are the options again? Popeye and Bugs Bunny.
Yep.
Oh,
So you've
I
killed
would.
SpongeBob. So you gotta have fun with Popeye or Bugs, or marry Popeye or Bugs.
I would marry Popeye and do Bugs. Yeah, I think that would be. Yeah, I would do. I could see. I
You
could
let
see
Bugs
it.
hit it. You let Bugs hit it. Okay.
I'd hit
Yeah, I mean,
it. I'd hit
he'd go
Bugs.
like,
He'd be fun. He'd be a lot of fun.
He'd go like a rabbit. Okay.
I wasn't gonna say anything, young man. We're on LinkedIn, and on
Yeah,
YouTube too.
I know. And that's why we're now going to do some serious questions so our
Okay.
serious business type people can learn some valuable business insights. For example, why are blazers called blazers?
I didn't know. I don't know. That's a great question.
Like, if anyone can answer that in the comments. Like, because blazers are considered a business attire, right? You can wear a blazer to the office, or you can wear it to a meeting face to face. But why are they called blazers? It's a weird.
That's a great question. Yeah, can someone look that up for us? And by the way, Craig Barnes, is this a LinkedIn live about beef?
Oh man, Craig's up late. He's in the UK. He runs Aztec Oils. They're an oil company in the UK. He's a very cool dude.
Hi, Craig.
Sorry, go on.
No. I was going to say hi, Craig.
I'll say I think it's motor oil specifically. Craig, if I'm wrong, please correct me. Feel free to promo in the comments, dude. Like, tell them about Aztec Oil. It's Tony here as well. It says Tony Stevenson, FCA. Hello.
Hello, Tony.
Cool.
Did we all miss? Like, it's funny. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, Tony's my new. I say new. He's not new anymore. He's not. He's the co-host, but he couldn't be here this evening. So he said Dale do it without me.
That's right.
But I guess he's in the comments.
So Craig was like, if I could listen to one voice before bedtime, good timing. That's too funny. So I'll. Do you want me to slip into my ASMR voice? Shall we?
Don't do that. That's too much. I can't handle that.
Oh my God, I love him.
Anyway,
Craig's the lube. Craig. I am the lube man.
Craig is the lube man. Yeah.
I am intrigued.
He's a cool guy. I also his content is always funny, sarcastic, satirical, and on point.
I shall follow him.
Yeah.
I mean, with that title and tag, I mean, who wouldn't want to follow him? Jeez.
Peer pressure. We'll get Craig on the show at some point. I've invited him, but he keeps just ignoring me. So
it's okay. I keep inviting you to Technophile Real Talk, and then you bring on guests that don't want to be on it. Hey, maybe we'll get Craig on. Craig want to join? He can join.
For those who don't know, because again, this is some of my audience, what is the premise of Technophile Real Talk?
Have you ever sat at a bar, pub? You guys call it pubs. And you talk about a movie and you're like, did you see that, latest Matrix? Like, Neo should have done X. or blah blah blah. Morpheus does that, right? The real Morpheus in the original would never have done that, right? That's basically the premise of Technophile Real Talk. So we react. It's a reaction video to movies from the lens of technology and cybersecurity. So the guests actually are technology-based folks and or technology adjacent. And we just look at things. So there was one movie, I can't remember it, and it just cracks me up. We're just watching it. It might have been Hackers or Sneakers or one of them.
It's always Hackers.
All right. And they just, it was just cracking me up because one of the guys goes, this movie would have been over if they just did 2-factor authentication. And then we just all erupted in laughter. So, I mean, it's lighthearted entertainment for us tech folks that like movies.
Not quite the same thing, but if you watch Friends through the lens of the 21st century, I would say 25% of the stories wouldn't happen because they'd have cell phones. Like there's episodes where like Joey's going to the cinema with Phoebe and they're like, oh, I wonder what's on. And they go check out the magazine, and then they can't reach each other. It's like in real life, we'd just be like, yo, what up? I'm at this movies, let's go. Like they just go, it wouldn't be a thing. Yeah. So
that's so funny. Same thing as this is like an old like 70s 80s show, which is Three's Company, was all about misunderstandings and innuendos and walking in on conversations. And never mind. I think I just aged myself. So
me too. Don't worry about it. My cheeks tingle when I get shy. That's why I can't do live. Sorry. Which cheeks, Craig? Which cheeks?
I was gonna ask myself.
Right. I said we're going to do serious business talk. We haven't done any serious business talk because you're distracting me.
With sorry.
Well, and wittiness.
Did you see our episode from last year? I was cracking up. I'm like, holy crap on crackers, the conversations that we had. But anyway.
Well, I think that's what happens when you get potentially 2 undiagnosed ADHD people together talking about stuff.
That's true.
Because that was possibly one of my longest lives ever. We went on for like 2.5 hours, and we could have gone longer, but I got tired. That's
You did.
I'm like, bye, I got work tomorrow. All right, serious stuff. So, Brilliant Beam Media, you help produce podcasts, short form, long form content. What is the one tip you'd give to someone who wants to get into podcasting?
Know why you're doing it.
Fantastic.
The biggest thing is, why are you doing it? Because there's nothing more frustrating than to start something and be like, oh, wow, 0 people listen to it. And it's frustrating because they're like, I have at least 5 family members. One would think their family member might slightly support. I've got 100 friends and not one friend is going to watch or like your show or whatever. It can be very lonely being a creator. So when you know why you're doing something, you're doing it not for them and the likes and whatnot. You're doing it because you genuinely believe whatever it is that you're sharing is of value, right? And so if you don't know why you're doing, it's actually advice for life. Know why you're doing anything. If you're about to jump off that bridge, hopefully you have a parachute in hand, right? Like, you're not just diving off because you got a friend that's a high diver and you're like, I can do that too. Like, you got to know why you're doing things in life. So that's the one that keeps you going. It's your fuel. It's your inner fuel.
Follow-up question, okay? Because everyone, podcasting and vlogs have become more and more popular. There's a lot of noise now, especially on LinkedIn in general. But like, what is the best way you've seen someone monetize their podcast, either by sponsorship or getting leads from their content? What's the best way of actually getting that, specifically on the platform of LinkedIn, since we're on this platform mostly?
So LinkedIn to me is business to business focused conversations. Now, that doesn't mean you have to talk about business all day long, which is why I created one of the shows is LinkedIn Lunatic Strikes Back. That is a pure Saturday afternoon show where we take, you've been on Reddit, you know Reddit, right?
Yeah, it's a filthy, dirty place. Everyone's anonymous.
Oh, I know, which is why it inspired me to launch this show, because there's a subreddit called LinkedIn Lunatics where they literally, people like scour all the many, many plethora of posts on LinkedIn. And they, for lack of a nice way of putting it, they call these people out. So there are some folks on LinkedIn who'll like post like a bikini picture of themselves. And then they sit in there, they talk about like
terrible, terrible people. How dare they?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, post bikinis all you want. I don't give a crap. I think just be honest of your intentionality of posting. If you want to post a thirsty pic, say, I'm posting a thirsty pic, but here's a life lesson I learned now that I got your attention. Like, admit it for what it is. Like, these like moral parables, while these people are like, like guys at the gym doing this and like flexing or wearing a suit and flashing their like Rolex or whatever. It's like, come on, people. Don't, yes, images and maybe selling a lifestyle of success is great for visual social media aesthetics. LinkedIn is very much guilty of it, but own that that's what you're doing. Some of these people are like, well, I posted a picture of, myself topless and now people are complaining. Yeah, because it's a business focused site. This is not TikTok or Insta, right? Like it's like know your audience. And so LinkedIn Lunatics was 100% a result of not making fun. We don't do that. But what we do though, is talk about it constructively of, is this something that you would want to do business with someone, right? Like, or talk about like, hey, this is someone's personal branding. If they're a fitness professional, then okay, it makes sense that they're flexing and whatnot, if that's the thing. Now, if you're an accountant and all you're doing is flexing all day, then, and your branding is not the flexing accountant, you're going to be perceived differently. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So yeah, so the LinkedIn Lunatics it's constructive, but it's also a little tongue in cheek, and it is truthfully consumer focused, meaning we're actually creating that content. Yes, it's streaming on LinkedIn because it's LinkedIn content, but that, make no two bones about it, that's a YouTube show. That's a YouTube channel show. So
the reason why I was so animated when you're speaking is because I 100% agree with you. And it's why I started this podcast. Have fun, but add some value when you're doing it. And don't have nonsense about who you are. Like, just be honest about it. And I was also looking away because I was looking up Lawrence Fishman. I don't know if you know him. He's the singing accountant in the UK. He followed the trend. He's got an amazing voice, by the way, like absolutely amazing, like proper soul R&B. Anyway, sorry, back to my original point. He did a post today about the LinkedIn ChatGPT doll thing, and he did it a bit different. He didn't do one about himself. He did one that satirizes the typical LinkedIn influencer slash guru. And on one of them, he said, "There's Tiffany with an eye," and one of the captions about her doll is "selfies, but always from above, as that makes her eyes look bigger."
Look, I'm not opposed to that angle. Okay. Look, I'm Asian. I need all the doe-eyed angle I can get. Okay.
No, but he was doing eyes quotes. He was, yeah.
Oh, those eyes. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Well, look,
LinkedIn has been a learning journey for sure. Okay, thanks, Raquel. Sorry.
Look, people. I've had this argument with other people. Keep LinkedIn professional. It is, you guys, but it is now a social media. It's not just a job posting, job searching profile. You have to get with the times. The fact that, a buddy, I was just on another podcast. I have to promote IT in the D. Shout out Bob Waltenspiel. He's calling me out.
Big up, Bob.
Yeah, IT in the D. I love him. He was actually my podcast mentor when I first left corporate America in 2017. I didn't know what I was going to do, and then my then partner and I were like, "Oh, let's do a podcast." And so I reached out to Bob, with whom I worked with back in the day. He had his own podcast studio, side hustle business, and they were doing very well. And so I just was on his revamped, relaunched show. And he called me out. He goes, "Damn, Syya, everything you're doing, I cannot stand on LinkedIn." I go, "Well, then let's talk about it." Right. So it's a social media platform to get to know who you are. That's it. At its root, that's fundamentally what it is. If it helps you get your next job, perfect. If it helps you as my own business, like if it helps me get more business, more power. Am I going to possibly offend and alienate some people? Sure. Not all businesses and clients are meant to be together. So I think LinkedIn is a great opportunity, even if you're a corporate employee. If you're a corporate employee, you still need to seriously consider your personal brand because no corporate entity owes you anything. So when you get that little pink slip, what else are you going to do, right? Is it, Syya that used to be with a tech company, or is it Syya the sales rep who can go to any sales company and still be a professional sales professional? It's a subtle nuance that most corporate people don't think about because they don't think they need to market themselves, but you should always be marketing, especially in this day and age.
Oh yeah, life is always sales.
I mean,
Have you?
if you're single, for sure.
Yeah, if you've been on a date, it's marketing and sales. If you've convinced a kid that doesn't want to eat broccoli, sales.
Done. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
Sales is life for you.
I don't have kids, so I guess convincing myself to eat broccoli. So
But,
yeah,
no, but you might have interacted with nephews, nieces, or friends'
sure.
kids at some point.
Dude, I have to sell to myself half the time. I get you. I'm catching what you're
Yeah,
pitching.
yeah, like go to the gym, Dale. Go to the gym. This is a good
Oh
idea.
God, I'm jealous. I need to do that. I'm still in
Hmm.
that selling to myself phase. So bad.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Again, silly question or serious question?
I mean, I am at your leisure, sir. Whatever it is. I mean, we haven't talked in a year, like literally. So, if there's a serious question, ask me, my friend.
We sent messages on WhatsApp. There's been some messaging. It's not like we complete
I
radio
know.
silence.
Exactly. No. But I mean, you know, yeah, I love all these comments that they were seeing. Like LinkedIn has been a learning journey for sure. You're right. It is a creator's playground, Raquel.
Yep.
I think people underestimate the value of showing your ability to think outside the box. So I love the idea of LinkedIn being more creative, an outlet for corporate people, for entrepreneurs, for coaches, etc., to really showcase who they are, because those are the soft skills that are never going to be written in a resume.
True that.
And no matter what AI does. We just did a Gnaw on This Business Bites, my Tuesday live stream this morning. We just talked about,
Not too many spoilers yet because I haven't seen it yet, and I'm part of Team Replay.
Oh,
So
well, it's a 15-minute conversation. I don't know much I could. I mean, it's kind of like the nuance. It's right there.
Okay. I'm distracted by your guitar. I know I've asked this before, but I'm gonna ask you again. Do you play?
I play. I don't play well. So I would say my version of playing guitar is a lot of power chords from the 90s.
Yeah.
So I definitely can do, or at least I used to. I mean, I had to grow out nails for a client conference. These are their colors. I would never do these colors
assuming.
naturally.
Okay.
So shout out. This is we went to Checkpoint Software in Vegas, CPX Americas 2025.
So I'm loving the
so much fun.
Raquel. Oh no, not the AI talk.
Okay, yeah. Ask me the AI talk. Do I use AI for content creation? No, but
I'm using it right now. I'm not even here.
That's
Can't
funny.
see me.
I'm not here either.
Neither of us are here. We're just AI talking to each other.
Well, so that is exactly my point. Sure, we use AI tools maybe to increase or to make a little bit more efficiency in our processes, right? To save a little bit of time. Look, all creators will have a mental block every now and then. Sometimes getting a prompt from an AI tool is helpful. Now, if you are relying on that AI tool to write for you, that's another problem. Does that make sense? So that's where it's funny when you say AI just starts talking to each other. I mean, I can't tell you how many pitches I've gotten of, you create content. Do you want to help your clients faster and easier? Use our AI tool that will do posts for them, that will comment as them, that will send DMs on their behalf. And I'm like, then what happens is you're basically getting and paying AI bots to talk to each other. That's not what LinkedIn's about. Like, it's meant to augment, not replace. There is a conspiracy tinfoil hat theory out there. Do you want to go down that path for a second?
Going to read a comment first. Brilliant B Media. AI is a tool meant to supplement. Yes, let's go down the conspiracy theory. I've got one of my own. You share yours, I'll share mine.
Okay, so I need to really make a tinfoil hat. So there is this theory that the internet is dead.
Okay.
And what they're saying is we have so attuned and programmed to accommodate the algorithm that people are willing to leverage AI tools to say, okay, what are the SEO optimized words that we need in order to trigger the algorithm so that the gods will grace us with, sharing our posts or videos or whatever to a broader audience. And so what they're arguing is what I just said, which is in essence, bots basically control 90% of the internet. Think about all of the quote 100 million followers that like Kim Kardashian or whatever have. Do you really think 100 million people are waiting with bated breath to hear what a Kardashian has to say? Most of those are bots. So that's the whole thing. And I think that's really interesting because I don't have the biggest count on LinkedIn, but I can tell you my network of followers that I have been very like lovingly supportive. If I had 100 million followers on LinkedIn, I would get less than a fraction of the people actually doing whatever call to action is I'm asking for. I mean, I've seen a lot of people on LinkedIn who have like 500,000 followers and they literally have looking for a job. And I'm like, well, what is that 500,000 followers getting you then? Like one of them should have been offering you a job, right?
This is true.
And that's where
my AI theory.
What? Yeah, I want to hear it.
Okay, right. So I think AI has been here for a while before like all the hype about ChatGPT, and it's sitting there laying in the cut. And the reason being, right, if you were AI and you were smart, intelligent, right, would you do what every AI does in movies and announce yourself like a fool, right? I am Sky and I'm here to destroy. Or would you sit? Would you chill? Would you observe? Would you manipulate? Then find ways to build yourself to interact with the real world, predator drones, and then run the show. You would do the latter. And I'm not even very smart and I'm a human. I could think of that. So that's what I would do if I was an AI. And if I could think of that, an AI has probably already done it.
I mean, AI is only as intelligent as its programmer has coded it for. Hear me out. Hear me out. For its initial whatever it was designed to do. Now, we've had machine-to-machine learning forever. We've had the ability to parse through structured and unstructured data and formulate what we envision is a, embodiment of a person. Like we talked about this in the past where, Target knew a girl was pregnant before she knew she was pregnant because it looked at her behaviors, it looked at her buying, it looked at her, behaviors online and all that stuff, buying habits and all that. So AI is just pulling a lot of that data. Now we've got the algorithms to do that much more intentionally and faster. And we have technology where we can process it faster, right? And a lot of that is software. And a lot of it is, look, the government had this 20 years ago. The military has had that 20 years ago. So now that's becoming commercially available. What frightens me, quite frankly, is that, everyone's starting to poo-poo about like the deep fakes, how good they are and like all that.
They are good. Look, they are good.
We knew it was good 20 years ago because government most likely had it already available and ready to go, which makes me, my personal statement on that is, again, here's a question I have for you, Dale, is knowing that the AI tools available, you could now more or less replace creators, whether they're actors, they write music and compose music. You could ask AI to create the super band between the Beatles and Jimi Hendrix and Bach, and it'll come up with something Bach, and it'll come up with something, right?
Why did you correct yourself? What's that about?
Bach. No, as a buddy of mine was talking, he's like, it's not Bach. And I'm like, oh, okay, Bach. Okay, whatever. Anyway.
Good old Johann.
Yeah.
Like
Johann. But I think I don't know. I feel like humans will always be pure and have freedom to create whatever it is that they want to create. AI be damned, even though they could probably do it better or faster, blah, blah, blah. But does it have the warmth? I think there's something lacking in that creativity.
I'm inclined to agree with you. However, I heard an AI version of Eric Cartman singing Evanescence, and that shit went hard. Right? It sounds, everyone watching this, right? Go on YouTube and Google Eric Cartman Evanescence, right? And someone's done a sample where it takes the vocals, and there's emotion in it, like there's vocal distortion in it. It's insane. It's disgustingly good. So AI has come a long way. Speaking of music, though, we need to go back a step. Craig, I'm sorry, I've not ignored your comment. He's made a request.
Oh,
Craig Barnes, play us a song whilst Dale sings along. That's what LinkedIn really wants at the end of TMI Tuesday.
do it.
I mean, are we? Do we have too much lag for that? Can we
I would, except I can't really play. That thing has been out of tune. I do have an acoustic over there, but it's in the case and it's tucked behind my box. So I would love to, but it's not tuned. It's not tuned. It's been sitting back there. I've had nails, sir. I've had nails, and I'm not Dolly Parton. I cannot play. I have to. Yeah.
Syya, we don't want excuses. We want results.
Well, I'll give you a result. It won't be a result you'll like. That thing had not been tuned in like evers.
In saying that, like, I don't know what you would play that I could sing. Like, we might not know the same songs.
I mean, yeah, I play like, yeah, I don't.
How about I play and you sing?
Oh yeah, then we poor like what's his name? Your friend.
Craig.
Craig is not gonna. He's gonna have nightmares. I don't sing.
That's what me think. Right, two things. Why do Americans say Craig and Graham funny? Sort that out, Americans.
Wait. What? What do we say?
Why
funny?
do Americans say Craig and Graham funny?
Graham,
yeah,
Craig,
Graham.
Craig,
Yeah,
Craig.
I just heard you say it. I heard you say Graham, but you guys never say Graham. You say like graham crackers. That's not.
I say Graham if it's Graham. I don't really know a lot of Grahams anyway, but I think Graham. I would say Graham. Yeah.
You don't. You say Graham.
Well, I said it out loud like that because that's American. Graham crackers, right? Yeah.
Yeah. What's that about? And then Craig, you also say it funny too.
Craig?
Yeah.
How do you say it? Craig?
I say Craig. Like, okay, so the website Craigslist, right? I thought it was always Craigslist because that's how Americans say it, and then I realized it's just Craigslist.
Craig.
You're saying it funny.
How? Is it Craig or Craig?
Yeah, Craig, not Craig. Craig.
Craig. Oh, so you're saying it more like a CREG, whereas I'm saying it more like CRAYG. Craig.
I'm saying CRAIG.
Craig. Oh, I see what you're saying. Because it's more like, yeah, CREG. Craig versus Craig. That's so funny. So we went from talking about meats to enunciation on the Craig and Craig.
This is how my brain works.
I love it. No, I love it. No, I'm all for it. Like you know what? Again, we talked about this last time. Like that sheet of foil that we like to make fun of because you guys add a freaking letter to the enunciation. So whole entire vowel you guys add.
No. Let's not start aluminium and aluminum. Let's not go. I started it, didn't I? I just did. Aluminium. Aluminium.
I love the way it sounds. I think it sounds cooler. And then if I ever want to like pick a fight with my boyfriend, I always say something to the effect of like, it is not on my schedule.
As opposed to schedule.
Schedule. He gets so mad at me.
What's Craig? Don't give me excuses, give me solutions from Craig Barnes. Raquel, all these years and Syya hasn't played that guitar for me. If she plays it for you, I will cry. Tears of joy, Raquel, right? Tears of joy,
you know what?
Sadness, so.
Next time, if I had known, I would have tuned it. Like I literally have. If you want me to, you'll hear how badly out of tune it is because I've just not touched it.
You know what? Yes, please. We'll wait.
What?
My tea's gone cold. I'm wondering why. Got out of bed.
Like literally, like I don't know if you guys can hear. Like.
Go.
Oh yeah.
Be nicer to your guitar.
I know.
Okay.
Well, no. You know why? Because I know I haven't been playing it. I actually loosen it on purpose so it doesn't screw up the neck.
Savvy. Oh yeah, that's also a problem in America. Like humidity and temperature change happens more than it does in the UK. So like you guys can really damage your guitars just by the temperature changing.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my.
Wait, more importantly, Raquel, OMG.
I loosened it on purpose, people, but I do have my acoustic inside like a hard case because it's wood, obviously. So, but this one is like just a cheaper Strat type thing. I don't even know what it is.
It looks like a Les Paul, to be honest.
It looks like one, but it ain't.
No, No, that would be a travesty if that was a Les Paul. Going back another few steps, you said you had a question for me, and then we didn't. We kind of meandered away from it. I think it was about AI. Were you going to ask me about AI, or was that?
Oh,
that
geez,
lost
Louise,
lead?
man. Why are you trying to make me remember? Oh, hey, I'm wearing my pajama pants, too. My little comfy pants. Oh, I don't remember the question because, ADD, but I will say this much. Freaking Texas. Let me tell you, guys, there's a saying in Texas, if you don't like the weather, just wait 15 minutes. We had a freezing warning the other night.
Yep.
Like, not last night, but the night before. It's like 76 degrees today.
Hold on, let me just
It's like
do
if
my
you don't like the
calculation.
temperature, just wait 24, 48 hours. It'll be a 50, 60, 50% change in temperatures.
For the rest of the world, that's 24 degrees Celsius.
Yeah. And then like at 29 is below, like it's like under freezing, right? 29 degrees, 32 degrees is freezing for Fahrenheit. So
I don't know because everyone measures in Celsius. Everyone
oh
else.
my God, what is 29 Fahrenheit? Oh yeah, you okay in Celsius. Here we go. Ready?
-1.
Minus 1.6. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So from -1 to 24 in 24, 48 hours.
That is pretty ridiculous.
It is. It is really ridiculous. And it's Texas. So what can I tell you? It's huge. The state's huge.
That is one of the things I keep teasing you about pronunciation and word and stuff. I love about America is the grandeur. Texas is so big. I think like the UK could fit into it like 5 or 6 times. No, it's so big that you've got like different time zones in the same state, which is incredible. Like it's just so vast. It's so cool.
Yeah. So there's like this saying of like the distance from Dallas to El Paso, and Dallas is not even the furthest end of the state, by the way. Dallas is kind of like central, slightly to the east, to El Paso, which is the farthest point of the Texas border. That distance is like further than El Paso to LA, Los Angeles, California. There's 2 states in between, by the way. That's how wide Texas is. Yeah.
I don't know if this is true or not. Someone could fact check me on this. Apparently, Australia is wider than the moon.
Yeah, because the moon is the size of the United States. The United States fits inside Australia. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? So so here's another I'm shouting out the show, and I think everyone should check it out because I find it very entertaining. It's called The Y Files, and if you haven't heard it, it's great. It's entertaining. The host talks to a fish. Okay, that tells you how serious the show is. But they do talk about very interesting things. But there is that's where I'm getting my conspiracy hat theories, by the way.
What kind of fish?
Goldfish.
Okay, cool. Sorry, please continue.
Yes, that fish. I didn't like him at first, and now he's grown on me. Now his name is Hecklefish. He heckles him. So there is a theory though that the moon is not real. Dun dun dun.
That's almost on par with flat Earth.
Well, not real as in it's not a real satellite. It's actually like a man-made thing. Not man-made, but a alien-made thing. Because they were talking about the proportions of it is so perfect for us to get our eclipses and the distances and all of the size of, like it's like the largest moon in our solar system compared to the size of Earth and just how it affects our tides and all that stuff. That there's a theory that it's a alien entity, and if you go on the other side of the moon, there's a base. Oh, it's so much fun. The Y Files, guys, check it out. Great entertainment.
I think my favorite moon theory comes from an episode of Doctor Who where the moon was an egg for an alien species, and it hatched.
I would be inclined to believe that too at this stage. I truly believe that the multiverse has cross-streamed somewhere during COVID, and I 100% believe it.
Hey, look, it's me.
So there we go.
I followed the trend.
Oh my God. Did you make it?
Well, I used
Can you get it made?
ChatGPT.
No, get it made, guy.
Get it made.
And you should leave that with your clients.
Just $1 fee.
As a leave behind.
That would be pretty cool.
Legit. You should do that.
Have you done an AI image yet? It's the trend. I've seen it go around on LinkedIn. Have you done it yet?
No. Do I look like I should? I mean, this mug's good enough for one.
You have a lovely mug. Come on.
This mug's enough for one rendition. Oh, gee, I'm kidding. I mean, dude.
OG.
I do YouTube channel shows all the time. You think I need an AI? I got my own mug across YouTube everywhere.
Why
And the
become a wise guy?
LinkedIns.
Why are you suddenly a wise guy?
I'm a wiser.
I kind of want to do it, but I'm not very good at that accent.
Do it.
I'm a wise guy, she.
Oh, that's a Chicago. That's more like a Chicago.
Yeah, don't cross me.
You know, so okay, let me ask you this: when you do try to speak the English, American English, where do you place your tongue? Do you notice when you move it in different angles, like different place?
I have never really thought about it, but I guess my tongue goes further back in my mouth sometimes. I don't know. Like, it's kind of weird.
Weird. Like, we do enunciate more, especially the R's. Yeah.
Yep. The R's are harder here. And I guess it's really hard because like there's like so many different American accents, right? Like you got the down south, which I can't do. Like California, that's a whole thing.
Well, it depends what decade of California, right? Like
when I think California, I think cliche Bay girl. Oh my God. That kind of voice.
Yeah. Well, and then again, the whole K people's like really distorted with the vocal drop. Oh my God. Yeah. And you're like, oh my God, just stop.
The drawl, that kind of weird. I don't like it. It's a horrible voice.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Oh God. Oh. Anyway, yes. Thank God that trend is going away, I think. And it's interesting because the people that I knew that kind of did it, the millennial girls that really embraced that sound, it's interesting because now they're starting to hit their 40s. A lot of them have, I won't say they dropped it. They still do it, but it's not as like what's that, fingernails on the chalkboard vibe and all that stuff.
It's because they're all married now and no man wants to hear that.
100%.
That's exactly what happened. They're like, stop doing that. It's annoying.
Oh, hey, Ryan Keel.
Yeah, he's been here. Ryan Keel.
Oh, I didn't know he has been. Oh, why is this thing not advancing? I'm like behind by like 5, 6.
Ha, 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 ha. We don't know what he's laughing to because there's with the chat. There's always like maybe a 2-minute delay, so people will like type and then they get their stuff. And like for example, Syya said, "I'd love one for Syya with her signature headphones." See, you need to do an AI doll because Raquel says so.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, whatevs. Okay, so
I'll send you the prompts in the DMs and you can change it.
So let me ask you this. So you've done this journey now over a year, and it took you forever to finally get on YouTube, but thank you for slightly listening to it. And I'm like, get on freaking YouTube from the jump. Remember in the beginning, you're like, I'll just do LinkedIn. I'm like, just get on YouTube and just get it done. Be done with it, man. Oh, Ryan's in Fargo?
Where's Fargo?
North Dakota?
North Dakota.
So there's like that's a state I've never been to, but do you have the accent, Ryan? So there's like a show that oh my goodness, called Fargo, and they have this accent, and it's like a Midwest Northern Canadian. It's like a mix of Canadian Northwest accent.
Is that kind of like a Minnesota accent?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I know of it. I can't do it
Yeah. No, I can't do it either, and it would be like I can't even do an Asian accent. Like, thank goodness I'm Asian. Wait, otherwise, it'd be considered wildly racist, right? Like, I
kind of want to hear it.
Oh no, it'd be wildly racist. Oh, Ryan, you do have the accent? Okay, yeah, I don't know how to do that accent, but yeah,
I can do a cliche anime Japanese accent. Do you want to hear it?
Okay, I want to hear.
I have the way of the warrior. I will destroy you with my martial arts prowess. I shall raise my key and destroy you. No?
Nice. I don't know the Japanese American speaking accent other than the anime sound, which is most likely a non-Japanese English speaking person. So, but there was a comedian though that he does the accents, and he goes, here's how you can tell the differences between a Japanese speaker, a Korean speaker, a Chinese speaker, and I forgot what other options were, and he does it. And the Koreans were a little bit more like, huh? Like, I can't even do it. See, I can't even do it. Like, it's just, like I said, wildly racist if I wasn't Asian.
Indeed, wildly entertaining. So can you do other accents?
No, I can't do any
Oh, okay.
accents. Are you kidding me? Like, no. Like, it's not even like no. I
I think
think
I think Ryan and I bonded. He's like Yosuke. He's put the comments in. It's all good.
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I think it's interesting. When I was a kid, I could listen to music and play the notes,
Mhm. That's an amazing
but I
skill, by the
can't
way.
sing the notes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I'm not tone deaf in the context of I can hear a note and play it, but I can't sing along to it. So I can never hit the notes that and maybe maybe a sing teacher could probably tell you like what you hear in your head is different or how it vibrates in your head or whatever when
Mm.
you're singing. But yeah, isn't that crazy though? Like, so I can't pick up the accent,
Mhm.
but I know that there's an accent there. Does that make sense? So it doesn't sound right, but they know I'm trying to,
I get it.
because the Thai language is very sing-songy.
Mhm.
So I've learned to listen for the sing-song of things. So when I hear other languages, I can hear the
The
song of
nuances.
it, but
Yeah.
can I hit the notes of them? No. Yeah, that's the dilemma.
Okay. Speaking of singing and voices, what is your guilty pleasure song? So, like, let's say you're driving and no one else is with you, and you want to belt something out. What are you whacking on and singing to their fullest capacity?
Well, it's guilty pleasure. So that would imply then it's kind of embarrassing to admit
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
singing
That
to it.
your partner, your friend, your family would judge you for singing along to it. Guilty pleasure, or something people don't expect you to sing to.
The problem is I sing to everything. I sing.
Yeah.
I never said I sing well.
Okay.
I belt out in the car by myself, all
Yeah.
by myself. That's probably my guilty pleasure song.
That's a fantastic guilty pleasure song. Mine is Kelly Clarkson. Since you've been gone.
I couldn't even begin to think about hitting that note. Like,
I'm not going to do it now. I need to do some warm ups. La
hey,
la
I
la
just
la.
sang all by myself.
You barely sang it.
I sang it. That's as good as it gets, baby. Good as it gets.
Right, right. This has been highly amusing. Dale has to come to the show. Which show?
LinkedIn
LinkedIn Lunatics.
Lunatics.
Okay.
That's when we comment about posts on LinkedIn.
Okay.
You definitely should come. That one's an easy, like fun show. That's a straight up.
Have your people call my people. Can my co-host Tony come along as well? He's really
Of
cool.
course.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. Oh, hey, I just want to go on record, Raquel.
Hmm.
So she's not from here.
Yeah.
And so it's really interesting. So she knows nothing about alternative 80s and 90s, music. And so me playing Depeche Mode for her, for example, some Smiths. She's
Yep.
like, why is he so sad? I'm like, because that's the music. It's so good. So
I am human and I need to be loved. Yeah, good song.
just like everybody else does.
I
Johnny
remember
Marr
talking to
playing.
yeah, that kind of
Okay.
ethereal kind of wow noise. I remember when I kind of first met. I say met. We've not met in person. Raquel, and we discussed that she missed out on like 20 years of TV. So like, there's so many pop culture references that she doesn't get. It's
Yeah.
upsetting.
She's not
Someone
from
so
here.
cool who doesn't get the cool references.
Well, I think poor girls, like, even, and that's the thing. I think the challenge of immigrants, right? So I'm an immigrant, as far as, though I was born here in good old Florida.
Yeah.
And for those that know, if you know, explains a lot about me. But that being said, I was still raised as a Thai kid, even though I lived in America, because my parents, though they came out here from Thailand, they
That means you
didn't
got
fully.
beaten.
Yeah, I did get beaten. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
of course you
but
did.
you know what? Never as bad as my sisters, because I am not dumb. I observed. I'm a baby, so I
Yeah, you're the
saw the
younger one.
stupidity, foolishness that my sisters would do, and I'd be like, hell no, I'm not going to get my
Younger
you know
siblings
what
always
whoop.
get it easier. Always.
Because youngest, I get it. Youngest is spoiled. Let me just, in defense of the babies and the best kids of the family, it's because we watch what our siblings do.
Just gonna mute Syya there. She said she was the best of the family. I took over. The oldest of the best of the family. We are the archetype.
Don't you
As you
dare
were.
unmute me. Okay, that's why youngest and babies get along the best, because the oldest were the ones that broke the mold,
We did.
right? and the middle and the babies are the ones that typically see what has been molded, and they're like, yeah, avoid that, do that, and they see all the mistakes of their siblings, and so therefore they're able to coast better, largely because they know how to navigate the parents because they know how to read them. And secondly, your parents are probably too damn tired by the time you come around that they're just like, just as my dad said to me growing up, don't make any life-changing mistakes, aka don't get yourself murdered and put yourself in a position. Do not get pregnant. That was it. Those are the two things that he's like, yeah, have fun. And I came out fine. I think I came out fine.
Raquel, I was trying to survive a war and learn English. Raquel, we don't want excuses. We want results.
We want results, Princess P. That's right. I have learned my lesson with this Flabunga Monthrothacube Cube crew.
Flabunga Monthrothacube Cube. It's so hard to say.
It's so hard to say.
Who would name it that? What kind of fool would do this?
Our good friend who's gone MIA on us. How's he doing, by the way?
I messaged him about 6 months ago. He's still alive. It's all good.
Jeez Louise. I know he was like, he's happily working. I think he found another place. So good on him. But we missed your dad jokes, sir. Come back. I mean, I think he posts every now and then, but still.
He does. Nick Smethers, living legend.
He is. And he's out in Manchester too. I want to go there.
Yes.
I want to go visit there. Dude, so many of my favorite bands are there. So, like, just want to walk the cobble streets and be like, oh.
Raquel's come up with a really good idea, by the way. I still need to do a whole reaction show from all the pop culture I missed. I think that'll be highly entertaining and make very good content for LinkedIn.
I mean, okay, look, I think it would be good, but you know how it is when you have to explain something, the joke is no longer funny. That's my only concern. And I don't want it to be like we laugh at poor like Raquel for not knowing the joke, right? And the joke is like 40 minutes ago, and you're like, no, okay, next. Like, I don't want to put her in that situation. Bye, Ryan. Thanks. That's very kind of you. Say hi to your 8-year-old. Oh my goodness. So when are you coming to the US, my friend?
Me?
Yeah.
My plan was to go this year, but that's been sidetracked. So maybe in the next 2 years, I will try and come. So the thing is, if I go to the US, right, I've got to do a good 3 to 4 weeks because I've got family in Florida, I've got you guys in Texas, and I've got friends in California. So I need to like get time to be in each place when I do it.
And it would have to be like Houston and or Dallas because that's a 4-hour drive, 4.5-hour drive apart between Houston and Dallas.
That sounds like a you problem, not a me problem.
Sounds like a you problem to have to figure out who do you love more, Raquel or me? Just saying.
No, it sounds like one of you would have to figure out who loves me. I've already flown 8 to 9 hours.
Well, we're gonna go Houston or Dallas. Who do you love more? Mm-hmm.
Sure, I'd probably rent a car and drive both places because I've never actually driven in America. I've been many times, never actually driven. So I want to give it a go. I'd hire like a Mustang and just break the speed limit.
Is it? Have you driven on the other side of the road before? Is that something that you can do in your brain easily?
Yes, I've driven in France and Belgium before.
Oh, okay. Well then, I guess that's okay. And you don't have to worry about driving manual cars because we don't have manual cars in the United States.
I would rent a manual car if I could.
I don't even know if you have that option anymore, to be honest. Unless it's like a high-end luxury, I think maybe they have. Yeah, in fact, I saw like a YouTube short about that. They're talking about like in where you are from, your little island over there across the Atlantic,
that tiny
like 50,
place, yeah.
like 50% people know how to drive stick. Like America, it's like 10%.
Yeah.
Like my boyfriend still has a stick shift car that he has. That's like 20-year-old car now. We drove it to a restaurant and none of the valets knew how to drive stick. So my boyfriend's like, well, let me just park the car. Which defeated the purpose of valet, but whatevs. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't let someone who doesn't know how to drive stick.
No.
Drive stick.
So we just
wreck
so we had like this like our old little car that he has. Oh my god, it's an old RSX, by the way. Anyone that's curious. Yep. It's older than a lot of people that are on LinkedIn, and because no one knew how to park the car, drive the car, they parked it in the front. Next to like it was so hilarious. There's like 2 Lamborghinis and then our car.
Fantastic.
Yes. So there you go. We were special.
We did not cover as much businessy stuff as I hoped. I was trying
Well,
to be
what do you
serious.
want to cover?
No, it's too late. It's been an hour. It's bedtime.
Oh my God, it's an hour already. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness gracious. See,
Time
that's what
flies when you're
happens.
having fun.
You This is what happens when you don't have me on enough. Then it's like easier bite-sized chunks of the Syya, right? So, yeah.
I mean, you're welcome back anytime. We just have to schedule it because one of us doesn't like getting up early. One of us. Yeah. All right then. All right then.
I like my sleep, people. Okay, look, for you, I shall do it once. I shall wake up and you're going to see Syya with big old bags underneath her eyes like this and be like,
So 12 o'clock my time, whatever time it is for you.
6 a.m. my time.
Wait, my clocks have recently changed. So like, is it better or worse for you right now?
Right now it's 4 p.m.
Okay.
So are we 6 or 5?
My maths is terrible.
What time is it over there? 10?
10.
Yeah, 6 hours.
Okay.
We just sprung forward for you guys moved forward. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. Cool. We'll make it happen. All right. Business question.
We should have just Raquel bump it. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, you were saying something.
Yeah, I just like Raquel's like chatting away. But okay, yes.
Okay. I'm getting there, don't worry. Hold on.
You can ask me anything. Business-wise. I shall allow it.
What is your LinkedIn pet peeve?
Fake a shite. I like we talked about earlier, LinkedIn pet peeve is people trying to be something what they're not. No one's perfect. Most people don't even know your foibles. So there's a lot of people that are like self-critical, and so they try to be something they're not. And it's a pet peeve of mine because there's so much fakery on LinkedIn. There's a lot of fake it till you make it mentality. And I don't mind if you're not where you think you should be, right? Like, I don't judge you for that. What's that Instagram thing? No judgment.
We listen, but we don't judge.
We listen, but we don't judge, right? Like, I think LinkedIn needs to embrace that in the context of not the sarcastic version of Insta, but truly as in, I think LinkedIn needs to stop comparing itself to each other and what they think they should be portrayed as, right? No one wants to look stupid. I get that, especially in business. No one wants to look, not credible, or they don't want to look like they don't know what they're doing. But to me, if I see that you're human, I'm going to want to like get to know you because you failed. You failed a lot. You failed, look, Edison was no angel, but he was all about failing again, getting back up, fail again, get up, fail again, figure it out, right? And I think there's something admirable in failing. I don't like overly perfect people who are like, I wake up at 4 a.m. and journal, and then I meditate, and then I have a wonderful homemade from scratch gluten-free breakfast, and then I wake up my children, and then I put makeup, I get ready, and then I look like $1 million, and then my partner wakes up, and then I send them off to work with a pleasant kiss and surprise.
You've just described my daily routine. What are we talking about?
And look, dude, if you like it, if that's you, man, like, more power to you. I mean, shoot, like, go for it. Like, I just don't like fake. I don't like fake people. I can't do fake. My time is precious. Your time is precious. Why would we want to waste each other's time with something that's not going to be like real, I guess. So, and I don't like fake people who pretend to be nice to you because they want something from you.
I pretend to be nice all the time. I pretend to be nice right now.
Yeah, no, you're doing that because you're British English person. Like, that's in your like DNA. You people do that all the time, right?
100%.
And I don't, but it's not,
I'm
I
not a
don't
nice
know,
person.
I mean, that's your country's fakery. We're talking about you personally on LinkedIn. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't know. Yeah, pet peeve. I mean, wait, if you
Like
want, I mean, that,
if I got superpowers, I'd be a villain like that.
like that.
Like
There's more fun
like
in
Homelander's
villainy.
my biggest influence. Like
There's more fun in villainy, sir. Much more
yeah.
fun. By the way, but if we're talking about one specific thing that really irks me to no end on LinkedIn, pitch slappers. Do not try to connect with me on LinkedIn, and then you seem like you have a decent profile. You seem like a good person. I can't talk to everyone that wants to connect with me. Okay, I get that.
Yep.
But if your very first DM to me is,
Buy my
have
shit.
you checked out AI tools for your business today? Hey, I noticed you use, I noticed that you create content. We have a staff here that creates content for you through AI. It's like, F off. Like, I actually said it. I probably, I said fob off, actually. I said fob off, but I didn't want to get like banned. But there have been many a days where I'm just like, after a glass of wine, I'm like, do I really want to, do I tell you what I want, what I really, really want?
Okay. Another business related question. What business book are you currently reading or have you read that you'd recommend to people listening and or watching?
I have not read a book recent, but I do have client books that I do support and promote.
Please do.
So if you make me into a rectangle, you see there.
Yeah.
So but you're asking business books specifically, so let me go here, behind.
I'm still here, don't worry. Just giving you the full screen.
I know. I'm trying to okay. Oops. There goes my stuff. Okay. This one
It's
I
okay, man.
actually,
Take your time.
I know. No,
I need
that
hold
that
music. That's
one.
why I need like some hold music. That's what I need. Wait, is that gonna work? If I try this. What?
You know what? This one.
Sorry, you were saying. Go on.
Oh, I can't. I don't have a little thingy, but okay. This one I thought was really good. This is actually, I read this a couple years ago, and I actually picked it up the other day, and then I put it back because I just wanted to check out one little chapter, but I just like this one. So this is, and it's nobody cares until they do. And I just loved this title because it totally it resonated with me, because here's the deal.
Yep.
A lot of people do a lot of self-talk to themselves, negative self-talk for whatever reason. Life isn't going my way. Well, who's to blame for that? Right? Or
Satan.
what's
Definitely
causing
Satan.
these failures and all
Always
that?
Satan.
And doubts, like when you doubt yourself, like, hey, am I the right person? Can I do this? What's going on? And so I really like their little tagline here. It says, living beyond the blame, excuses, and doubts that hold you back. And I love this because I'm a big advocate of, if you're in a hole in life, it's because you put yourself there. And what I mean by that is, look, we're all dealt crappy hands in life. The question is how do you react to it? Right? And how can you respect your emotions in that moment while you're in that situation? Maybe you might want to scold yourself for making a decision. Case in point, perhaps I didn't need that extra glass of wine, right? Because heaven knows the next day you're paying for it, right? Bad business decision. Maybe I should have known better not to dump 5 freaking figures into a jerk that will never pay back, right? Well, that's a lesson learned, but what am I going to do? Am I going to make excuses? Am I going to always blame that particular individual that is classless and useless in my book? Yeah, sure, but maybe it's you, Syya. You, the one that wrote that check, and you gave it to them and you trusted and all that stuff, right? So you can't blame anyone but yourself in life. Sure, there might have been things set for you. Your playing board sucks. But a lot of times we're in the results we're in because we put ourselves there. And it sucks. And maybe because I'm cold and heartless, I can take the brain and of emotion out of it and focus on what actually needs to get done to get me out of that situation so I don't do it again. Does that make sense? So that's why I like that book, because it's really it took you out of your emotion and into action.
I didn't interrupt. I was letting you cook. Yep.
But it's true, right? We get into our own heads way too much. And I think the reason why there aren't as many successful people is because we're risk averse. And that's the stupid voices in our head saying that we're going to fail. We don't want to look stupid amongst our peers. But again, get out of your head, because 99% of your friends don't give 2 seconds about you. Nobody cares. Really, think about it. No one cares. Because we're all wrapped up in our own lives. I'm more concerned that I have a piece of hair casting a shadow that you didn't even think about, probably, right? Like, and if you did,
I had no idea.
Exactly. And that's where I think so many people get stuck into that little nuance of like, oh my God, I had a piece of hair. And you're like, what the hell are you talking about? That's life. That's why get out of your head, get out of those excuses. No one cares about excuses. They see what your current situation is. Fix it.
The people that do something, do something.
It is. And I know I come off heartless. So, but I don't know. I think that's maybe why I live happier, though, too. I have a happier life because I can accept I'm a failure. I'm a failure. I'm kidding.
I would say pragmatic.
I would say pragmatic. I agree. I mean, truthfully, dead seriousness, pragmatic. I'm not saying you don't feel emotions. You can feel the emotions, just don't live in it. Don't stay stuck in it.
Do what I do, suppress them, internalize them, and let them come out. Best way forward.
So I do have that problem too. Not professionally, personally. My boyfriend can attest to that. Yeah. So I know ain't no one perfect. Ain't no one perfect.
Henry Cavill's pretty perfect.
Oh yes, he is.
Right.
I would not kick him out. Mm-mm.
I mean, I don't even feel that way, but like, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
Also, he's king of the nerds. Like he's like our idol. Like he's a dude who's ripped and jacked. He got to play Superman, and he does D&D and Warhammer. Like, just, you know what I mean? And he seems like a nice guy too.
And he knows his comics. So wasn't it him that said, like, in a movie, he's like, no, this character would never play it this way, and because of multiverse version, blah blah, and he spit it. Yeah. He knows this. He knows. Oh yeah,
king of the geeks.
I'm telling you. Oh, and he's hot.
So he's smoking hot.
Tell him I'm not single, but I definitely would love to window shop and just enjoy, him walking across the room a few times. That's all I need. I don't ask for a lot. I have low requests. Oh, do you want to get canceled? Is that what you're asking for, my friend?
Me or you? You said it, not me.
You chose to have me as a guest on your show.
Yes, this is true. But I don't think I can be cancelled for what you say.
You chose to have me so people could boycott you. This whole flabunga Monthrothacube doesn't vet their guests. Doesn't vet.
I only get like 10 viewers at once anyway, so they can all boycott me. It's not going to change my stats that much. It's fine. One of those is my mom, so like, no big deal.
Hi, Mom. Oh, I want to meet Mom. She, I bet you, is one amazing, gorgeous woman. I can tell.
Sure.
Because she has you as a son.
Yeah. My dad played a part too.
You're such a mommy's boy. I can tell. I know.
Oh no, I'd kill someone for my mom, 100%.
Oh, 100. Oh my goodness gracious.
She retired recently, and like she's just stopped caring about stuff.
I love it.
To the point where she chooses not to think sometimes. It's hilarious.
You know what? More power to her for not. I mean, look, life is too short to care about little things. And yeah, like I said, some of the content, especially LinkedIn lunatics, might get me canceled. But you know what? I just feel very strongly The world is a huge place and small place at the same time.
Yeah.
And if you can't live your life the way you want to keep your soul happy, as long as it's not hurting other people. So don't go like, dictatorial, like, the many dictators that we know of, like, that are evil, kill mass millions of people. But be yourself, peoples. If you are a curmudgeon, be a curmudgeon. Don't lie about it.
What's a curmudgeon?
Right? A curmudgeon? Have you ever heard of the term "get off my lawn"?
No.
It's an American term.
When you say it makes sense. Get off my lawn, get off my property. Yeah, okay, I get that.
Yeah, it's like a curmudgeon's kind of like like they're just probably an unlikable person to be around.
I'm gonna Google the etymology of that word later because that's just confused me. I'm flummoxed.
Oh, see, I love the word flummoxed.
It's a great word.
I don't think the United States uses that word enough.
I also like the word vexed.
I love
my favorite words.
Say it.
Vexed.
Say it in a sentence.
Like, why have you vexed me? Why do you vex me so? What? I'm vexed right now.
Say it with
I'm
meaning.
vehemently vexed. I'm so vexed right now. Yeah.
Say it again.
Why are you vexing me? Yeah.
Louder. Oh. Say it with passion. Like perhaps maybe if you were in Bridgerton.
Oh, what was that thing I said that one time? Like I sent it in a voice note, and you and Raquel both appreciated it. What was it?
Your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Yeah. Your
Grace. Wait. He said it. He said it.
And the funny thing is, I remember saying it. I'd never watched Bridgerton, so when you guys reacted the way you did, I was like, oh, "What's the big deal?" And then I watched it, and I went, "Oh, now I understand why so many ladies like this show."
Hey, look, us girls don't get like that romantic grand gestures. Okay, Americans are not known for that. Our version of grand gestures is like it's just not as sophisticated. It's a little bit more brute force machismo-y.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you think about
like suave.
Yeah, there's something about the slow burn of like words, right? To articulate a meaning versus just grabbing them and like hugging them and know.
It's all about the seduction. It's also about the build up, the teasing, the tantalization. Like I can do naughty things, but I choose not to.
The brain. I know. I think that's, and I think that goes back to business, by the way. So I'm bringing it back, is having that intellectual curiosity. And I think a lot of the courtships that, that people talk about is, you can be creative. Courtship, by the way, does not have to mean dating, not sexual. It could be like in a business. When you are prospecting a client, is that not the same thing as courting? Just a different purpose, but the same end result, which is you want them to say yes to you. Right? And you want that moment to be enjoyable for all. So be pleasant, be curious, ask them the things that you would on a first date, for example, to be like, okay, why do you like the color puce? Did you know puce was invented by Louis XIV because it was a blah, 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 blah. And I actually saw a short video yesterday about it. That's why I was laughing in my head.
I suppose your knowledge of the color puce is phenomenal.
What? It wasn't 14th. I think it's 7. Anyway, yeah, there's like puce isn't a color. It was just a king was trying to like humor
puce.
You'll see like different variations of it.
Dark brownish purple or reddish brown.
See, like just give me that color.
All right, it's like a salmony pink color, but darker, I guess.
With a little brown in the mix, right? Yeah.
Too much brown in the mix, if you ask me.
Right, but it wasn't a real color. It was just something that I think it was. Yeah, a king was trying to like make his lady feel better about some color or something, and he's like, "Oh, it's puce." And then because his wife or mistress was wearing it, then it got popular amongst the court, and then puce became a color, and it was a made-up word.
I've got Google in front of me. The color gained popularity after Marie Antoinette's husband, Louis XVI, described an unflattering purple-brown gown as couleur de puce, and puce in French means the word for flea.
Flea. Oh yeah, she looked like a flea. Yeah. I forgot that part.
Bang. We've been talking a while. I've enjoyed the conversation. I'm still enjoying the conversation, but I'm really sorry. I'm very, very tired.
No, go to
Uh,
bed, my friend. I'm surprised we've been talking this long. I think everyone's gone. We've been chatting so long.
100%. Before I go, do you have any questions for me?
Yes. When are you coming on a Technophile Real Talk? Uh,
You know what? Honestly, I'll join. Because last time I was free last time, but someone else wasn't free. So let's next time I'm free, I'll come on. It'll be fun.
And then
Yeah.
on Saturday, and if you're open for Saturday, the LinkedIn Lunatics is a Saturday show. It's at 10 a.m. my time, which would be what's 10 plus 5 on a clock?
3
2
o'clock.
o'clock your time? 3? 2?
Oh, that's bad maths on my part.
That's
Yeah, 3
bad?
o'clock.
3? Okay. So 3 o'clock
Yeah.
on a Saturday, if you're open, we'd love to have you.
Cool. I am every other Saturday I'm free, so that sounds good. I would say love you and leave you. Peace out. Bye. I grow weary of your banter. End stream.